Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into Northland Basketball. Welcome tonight to Snowflake High School Lobo Gymnasium for this big matchup between, well, a team near the top of the 3A East region and a team that is battling to get near the top of the 3A North. Welcome into girls high school basketball tonight, and Snowflake hosting the Chinle Wildcats. My name is Floyd Simmons, joined tonight by Talia Clare as we get set to bring you this big matchup, inter-regional matchup between the number 7 ranked Snowflake Lady Lobos and the number 17 Chinle Wildcats. Snowflake brings in an overall 16-6 record. The Chinle Wildcats at 9-14. And both teams looking for and needing a big win for Snowflake as they continue on in their season. If they can just continue to play the way they have and win out for the rest of the season, they guarantee themselves a first-round state playoff bye and a home second-round game in the playoffs. For the Chinle Wildcats, there's a lot for them to discover about themselves, and they'd like to crack that top 16 before the end of the season, give themselves a home playoff game in the first round of the playoffs. Doesn't look likely that the Wildcats can ascend high enough to get a first-round playoff bye right now. We've got this and just a few days left in the regular season. By the way, next Thursday starts the 3A North Region basketball tournament as well. And that's going to have a lot of implication as to who gets to go to the playoffs at the end of the season. We'll talk more about that coming up in a moment. Out on the court, getting set to announce the starting lineups for these two teams. They'll do that here while I bring in my broadcast partner here at Snowflake High School tonight. Her name is Talia Clare. Hey, Talia.
Hi, Floyd. Thanks for having me.
Great to see you again. Great to see you. You didn't bring a big platter of ginger snaps, and I've got to take umbrage with that. But let's tune into the national anthem. Somebody on the pipe organ over there bringing us the national anthem tonight. That's a little throwback.
Yeah, it is.
Haven't heard that since 1958. Well done here tonight at Snowflake High School. Welcoming everybody. And as I said, I'm Floyd Simmons, along with Talia Clare, as we get set to bring you this broadcast of Northland Basketball. Have no fear, number 3 is here. Who's jersey number 3 on that Snowflake roster? We talking about Kenzie Brogan?
Kenzie Brogan.
All right, the coach's daughter. She's one of the starters. She'll get announced here to the crowd in a moment. Right now, the Lady Wildcats are getting introduced, and their starters being assembling out on the court. You get Koa Yazi announced to the crowd. Other starters for the Chinle Wildcats, Desiree Yazi is starting. Jaden Lynch a moment ago. And also in that lineup, as she always is, Georgia Vasquez gets a start tonight. And then there is the great DeJoan White starting this one for the Wildcats. Those 6 ladies out there. But one of the young ladies there did not have her warm-up taken off, so I assume that she's just out there to help with the greetings and all. But how about Snowflake now? Let's get their starters for you announced. Hadley Nichols announced to the crowd. Also starting tonight is Chloe Reedhead. Kennedy Stewart announced as a starter for the Snowflake Lobos here tonight against Chinle. There's Kenzie Brogan. And the 5th starter. Well, let's see. I don't know. They're announcing 6 players here. Nicole Hips getting her name announced, and here's Chloe Ulberg. So I don't understand. Is it 6-on-6 tonight? Tell you,
something new here. This is the first for me.
I'm not sure. They announced 6 young ladies. Maybe these aren't seniors. Kennedy Stewart's not a senior.
Nope.
So,
and neither is Nicole Hips.
I don't quite get it. It is senior night, by the way, for the girls basketball team. Not for the boys.
No, not for the boys.
But for the girls.
Their senior night will be against Sholo on Friday night.
So why did they break that up? Why did they decide that the girls tonight,
I don't
boys
think
later?
Coach Brogan wanted to do his senior night against Sholo.
Ah, okay. All right. All right. Well, it's a tough game. It's a big game, a tough one.
I think he wanted them to be focused.
We'll see how focused they are tonight against the Chinle Wildcats. Snowflake ranked number 7, Chinle number 17, and the Wildcats control the opening tip, and we're underway with Northland basketball here at the Sports Zone. And the Wildcats going to work it inside. Georgia Vasquez with the first shot of the game. That's going to be off the mark, and in the low blocks for the rebound for Snowflake is Kennedy Stewart. Up the left side, Nicole Hips. Into the corner, Hadley Nichols back outside. And Hadley's got it again. Top of the key, Kenzie Brogan, and Snowflake giving everybody a chance to handle the basketball on their opening possession. And Koa Yazi steps in front of a pass intended for Kenzie Brogan and almost got there. And Brogan inbounds the basketball, gets it back in the corner. The Wildcats defensively there to stop that set play. And then a blocked shot by DeJoan White. She's able to actually tie up for a jump ball, and Snowflake will have the basketball. Inbound Ulberg, and nicely done off the glass. Wow, great set play, and she used the glass perfectly. Snowflake gets the first lead of the game, 2-0. Koa with a feed to DeJoan White, and her wraparound pass will be batted around. That's a struggle for it. Who's going to come up with it? And it's a tie. It's a tie on that, tied up by Nicole Hips. DeJoan White got in there for Chinle, and it is going to be Chinle's basketball on the second jump ball early in this game.
It's only been 1 minute.
You can count on a fair measure of jump balls, can't you?
Yep.
Hey, great inbound play. And just as Snowflake worked the inbound perfectly, so does Chinle DeJoan with her first points of the game, tie the game 2 apiece. And there'll be a hand check. On the Wildcats, getting called for her first foul of the game is Jaden Lynch. Jaden Lynch stepping in there trying to help out and a little aggressive on contact.
Can I ask you a question, Floyd?
You can ask me 5 questions.
Have you watched Chinle? You've watched Chinle a lot.
I have seen them.
Do these girls usually play a zone defense? This is a first for me.
Well, they'll mix it up.
Will they?
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the game plan is tonight. I do know this. That was a pretty good defensive play.
Yes, it was.
Taken away by Desiree Yazi, and Koa Yazi for 3 from the right angle. That's going to come up a little bit short on the shot. Where's the air ball chant from the home fans? I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either. I think there's more Chinle fans here than there is home fans. So
maybe a little bit of a sparse Lobo home crowd, and maybe late arriving. And we'll get a whistle and a foul. And that's Jaden Lynch again getting in on Chloe Ulberg coming out. And both of those fouls, Talia, I mean, you don't want to get too early fouls just 2 minutes into the game. That's one thing. But the other problem with those fouls is they're way out near half court. It's not like you're contesting a basket.
Nope. Just a lot of aggression, I feel like. Early in the game, you're hyped up, and you just want to be aggressive.
Just you want to go on the road, and you want to get a win over a quality team like Snowflake, and so.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, you're sitting down for the most of the rest of the first half. Snowflake is going to bring in 5 new ladies here in just a moment.
So I've had the opportunity to watch Snowflake a little bit, and they're on this new rotation schedule. Every 2 or 3 minutes, they rotate in a new 5. So you'll see that the whole entire game.
Desiree Yazzie to DeJoan White at the high post. Chloe Ulberg trying to stay with her, and there is the post move to the left of the baseline. Great defense by Chloe to prevent a clean look at the basket.
Great defense.
And a tipped ball. And a pull-up jump shot from the right side. Kinsey Brogan misses for Snowflake. I do need to mention to our radio audience, we do have a radio audience in the White Mountains, Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. And Desiree Yazzie on her shot attempt came down awkwardly and hit the deck. Then we'll get a whistle and a turnover. And there's that rotation. It's like a hockey line change. I mean,
You're going to see it every about 2 or 3 minutes. They'll do it the whole game.
And is it the same group is going to stay together most of the time?
Yep. Unless somebody gets in foul trouble, there's usually not any subbing on the rotation.
Do we make the assumption then that there are these groups that just play better together, and coach just kind of figured that out along the way, and he keeps this group together because they have some better chemistry in that group over there and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think he changed this up after they lost to Sholo, and he's just trying a new philosophy. And so far, I mean, I think they've had pretty good success with it, and so he's kept it in play.
Georgia Vasquez is at the line for the Wildcats, makes the first foul shot, and then a little strong off the back iron on the second one. Snowflake the rebound. And those new and other five replacements now for the Lobos include this young lady going hard to the basket, Raya Denhalter, who gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line thanks to Georgia Vasquez and her first foul of the game. So, interesting for sure what Snowflake is doing. Here's Denhalter at the line. Chloe Reedhead is now out on the floor. So are the Carlisle twins. Both Natalie and Lindsay Carlisle checked into the lineup, and the fifth of the Lobos is Taylor Hancock. Northland basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Thanks for joining us. Snowflake hosting Chinle Wildcats, and Denhalter able to hit the foul shot. And a good takeaway. Good defense for a moment anyway. Reedhead took it away for Snowflake, but the Wildcats get it right back, and that's Vasquez with the basket. Turning up the pressure, Talia, that Wildcat defense. Reedhead on the right angle, back to the top. This is Natalie Carlisle, back to Chloe, and she's going to throw a runner up near the right baseline. It's no good. Batted around, and we'll get a
third jump ball
of the game. And the possession arrow favors Snowflake for an inbound play with 4:06 on the clock in the first quarter. Chinle 5, Snowflake 3 in the girls varsity game. Into Denhalter, and then a loose ball tracked down by Lindsay Carlisle. And open is the sister, Natalie Carlisle. Couldn't make the shot from the right angle. Denhalter, offensive rebound, and she got tripped up and knocked down, and I think that's going to be Koyazi who gets up limping.
She kind of fell down, and Raya tripped over her. I don't think that was like an intentional foul or anything. She just happened to fall on the ground.
Wrong place, wrong time?
Yep. That was a great box out by Raya. She's definitely strong underneath. For a sophomore, she has a strong presence underneath the basket.
Okay, so I've watched Raya play. I've seen several Snowflake games this year, and for whatever reason, I haven't registered that Raya is a left-handed shooter, or is that?
Yes, no, she's left-handed.
Well, she looked great on both those shots.
That left hand just helped her get a steal.
Get the steal, and Natalie Carlisle cashes in with the points. The points off that turnover. And Snowflake has pulled ahead 7-5, and now a Lobo foul. Carlisle picks up this foul. That's Natalie Carlisle's first foul of the game. Already 4 fouls on the Wildcats with 3:46 remaining in the first quarter. So the next Wildcat foul is going to send Snowflake to the free throw line for 2 shots. Snowflake has 2 team fouls, and the Wildcats facing full-court Snowflake defense. Carlisle trying to stay with Koayazi. Koa brings it across. Koa's going to work toward the basket, scoop it up. Shot no good, tipped, and knocked out off of Snowflake. The Wildcats should get that ball.
I love when players are smart enough to hit it off the defense at the baseline. Just shows a lot of basketball wisdom.
And too much time on the inbound. Just couldn't get it in. New into the game is Alyssa Williams for the Wildcats, and the Snowflake defense able to prevent that inbound pass. And it turns back over to Snowflake. The Lobos in front by 2. And we'll get a travel. It was defensive pressure on Denhalter, who loves to attack the basket. She loves to penetrate with the ball. But that time, forced to take the extra step.
Her brain was just a little faster than her feet.
Wildcat inbound, DeJoan White, stolen, Chloe Reedhead. Takes it away, Carlisle in the low blocks, back outside, Reedhead. And she's gonna have her dribble knocked from her hands, but got it back inside. Lindsay Carlisle, second chance, no good there. Denhalter underneath them. Raya headed to the foul line again. She got fouled.
She kind of came out of nowhere to get that rebound.
First foul on Alyssa Williams, team foul number 5 here in the first quarter. So for the final 3 minutes and 9 seconds, Snowflake will be in bonus anyway. This would be a 2-shot foul because she was in the act of shooting. But bonus time for Snowflake as Denhalter makes her 3rd foul shot in a row. No, 4th in a row. She's actually 4 of 5. It's just the first quarter. This is the 3rd time she's been at the free throw line.
That just kind of tells you the impact she makes when she goes to the basket.
Second foul shot off the mark. It's Snowflake 8, Chinle 5. It's been a while since the Wildcats have scored here in this opening stanza of play, and here comes that group of 5 Lady Lobos to check back in the game, replace the current group on the floor. It's an interesting tactic, I'll tell you.
You never seen it before?
Well, I have seen it. You just don't see it often.
Nope.
Koayazi on the baseline throws one up. A little bit of handcuff there. Good defense by Natalie Carlisle fronting her. Carlisle ends up with the rebound off the Koayazi miss. Carlisle pushing up the floor to Denhalter. She is going to dip in and almost drew more contact. Almost got to the foul line again. Chloe Reedhead, and her pass is stolen, and there's a travel. Alyssa Williams, good job to step in front, take it away, but then she picked up the dribble and took the extra step. Here's that other 5. Check in. Snowflake replacing everybody on the floor.
They're all fresh. That's a positive.
No doubt about that. Kenzie Brogan will throw the ball in for the Lobos. Gets it into Nicole Hips. Left side, Kennedy Stewart. Brogan pass inside Chloe Ulberg. Nicely done. She gets the shot off the glass. Really interesting rotations for Snowflake. And you're exactly right. Look at them move around like they're so fresh. I know it's early anyway. It's the first quarter, but
yeah,
they've got that I'm ready to.
Yeah, just fresh legs.
I'm ready to stay and I'm ready to play. DeJoan White checks back in for the Wildcats. Also, Desiree Yazzie comes back in, joining. See who else is on the floor for the Wildcats right now. Hannah Nez is out there. Georgia Vasquez in the lineup, and Koa Yazzie for the Wildcats. Hadley Nichols to the corner, or in the corner, on the feed from Stewart. No good there. Offensive rebound, Kenzie Brogan. Kenzie keeps it alive and might have taken an extra step right there. Might have lifted that pivot foot, the official. He reckoned not. And Snowflake stays on offense. Cross-court pass. Shot clock running down. 15 seconds. Not going to matter because it's stolen by Vasquez. And the Wildcats take back over the basketball. Well, it's been a while since the Wildcats have done anything. Didn't they lead 5-3?
Yeah, it's been 4 or 5 minutes since they've scored. And we're going to get another jump ball.
Kenzie Brogan put the hands in there on the ball. That was controlled for a moment by DeJoan White. That's how many jump balls now?
I think that's 5.
I think it is. we might be on pace for a new standard. Is the inbound to Vasquez, and she is fouled on her way up. 2 shots on the way for Georgia Vasquez. Kenzie Brogan sends her to the line with Kenzie's first foul today. That's the 3rd team foul on Snowflake with 1:03 left in the first quarter. And Georgia at the foul line missed that first shot. She gets another chance right here, and that one is good. So that's the first point registered by the Wildcats in quite some time, and with less than a minute remaining, here comes that other 5 to the floor again for Snowflake. Really interesting to me, especially that this group has only been on the floor a couple of minutes.
Yeah, they haven't been in as long as that first group was.
And on the next dead ball, coach is gonna get these girls off the floor. It's really interesting. It might happen with 20 seconds left in the quarter.
It might.
There's another shot for Ulberg. Chloe's having a great start to her night. That's 6 points right now for Snowflake, and they lead 12-6. And DeJohn White will lose the dribble out of bounds. So with 28 seconds remaining. 28 seconds remaining in the quarter, because I guess, you stick with your rotations, whatever, regardless of what the clock tells you. Here comes that other group on the floor. Now, I wonder this. They're going to finish out this 28 seconds of the first quarter. Are they going to stay out there and start the second quarter?
He'll start who he started the game with.
Interesting. That's not this group. It's the other group.
Yep.
So here's the ball in. Chloe Reedhead feeds it right side. Now back outside. 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Reedhead swings it around to the right side. Taylor Hancock out there, back to Reedhead, who throws the runner-up with 5 seconds on the clock. Missed it. Hancock rebound. 2 seconds, got to shoot it, and she does. That's Reedhead. And at the buzzer, the shot won't go in, but Snowflake will take a 12-6 lead on into the second quarter as we welcome you again here to Northland Basketball. Everybody stand by. We'll be back in a moment for that second quarter. Northland Basketball is presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
With Choice NTUA Wireless, you can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband service. We have expanded our network for more coverage and improved internet plans for your home. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo-owned, Navajo proud.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Back to the action. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless, and also a big thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry for their partnership with us here at the Sports Zone. They take care of all your needs, whether you're from Holbrook or Winslow, across Interstate 40, or up north on the Navajo Nation. If you are a resident north of Holbrook, they have many of their patients come from the Navajo Nation, and they would welcome you as well at Holbrook Family Dentistry. Welcome in, everybody, to Northland Basketball. 12-6, Snowflake in front of Chinle as the second quarter gets underway. Floyd Simmons here along with Talia Clare, my broadcast partner, and the inbound for the Wildcats comes into front court. There's Koa Yazi with it. Georgia Vasquez is out there. Jaden Lynch picked up 2 early fouls in the first minute and 45 seconds of the game. She is back in the lineup for the Wildcats here to start the second quarter. There's Koa Yazi on the angle right side. She's going to drive, and too strong. DeJohn White for the offensive rebound and the putback, and the Wildcats get the first second quarter points on that make there and cut the Snowflake lead to 4 points.
That was a great follow-up by DeJohn. Right place, right time.
Drive, and Raya Denhalter has her shot blocked. It's loose. Snowflake might end up controlling. We'll get a jump ball, won't we?
I think the book's going to run out of room on the jump balls.
How about jump ball? Keep tabs on this. That's number 6. 6 jump balls so far in the game. Let's see if we can break a record. And we don't know what that record is, but let's see if we can break that. Desiree Yazzie is part of that starting 5 here for the second quarter for this Lady Wildcats team. Let's check Snowflake out there. Taylor Hancock has the dribble right now. Chloe Reedhead. Also Natalie Carlisle, Lindsay Carlisle, and Raya Denhalter. They've mixed. Is that a mixture of the two, or is that?
No, that's the same team. So you've got 3 seniors out there and 2 sophomores, and then the other team has 3 seniors and 2 juniors.
Got it. Okay, here's the inbound for the Wildcats after Snowflake with a shot clock violation. Up the floor it goes, and Koa is going to be knocked to the floor. And she's headed to the foul line with 2 shots on the way. Snowflake guilty of the foul. Lindsay Carlisle gets her second foul of the game. Well, here's that other group. Mm-hmm. So we're a minute and a minute and a half, let's just say, into the second quarter. And that other Snowflake contingency is lined up to come out. There goes the first 5. They played roughly 90 seconds of the second quarter. Here's the second group. One thing for sure, it's going to keep you fresh.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But do you lose momentum?
Well,
that's my question.
There's trade-offs to everything, right?
Yep.
I mean, there's no perfect scheme. Every scheme has its pluses and negatives, and you just hope that you can, your pros outweigh the cons, and that could definitely be something.
Yeah.
And if you stick with it, if you're very regimented with it, let's just say you've got a group out there that's got a lot of momentum going as we watch Koa Yazzie turn to the basket. Shot off the glass is good for Koa, and she's fouled as well. And the lady that commits the foul is going to be Elena Anderson, I believe.
You said that on the. It's Kinsey Brogan.
Wrong guy, wrong team. No, it's Hadley. Hadley Nichols. And the 2-1 is good for Koa Yazzie. So Koa comes out and gets the 4 of the first 5 points of the second quarter for the Wildcats. And now trouble in backcourt. Kennedy Stewart, Chloe Ulberg, Hadley Nichols across into front court for the Lady Lobos. They've got the basketball with 6:13 on the clock in the second quarter. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Intent halftime report comes up at the break. 3-point shot, no good. And then Koa Yazzie comes out and slaps a pass intended for Kennedy Stewart out of bounds.
I have been so impressed with that Koa Yazzie. She has been dominating, penetrating to the basket. She's everywhere on defense. She's a good little player. I enjoy watching her.
Well, she's a next level player for sure. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, she might have been. She was one of the higher rated volleyball players in the North as well this year. Yeah, I think she would have her choice.
And she's just a junior.
Yeah, she'd have her choice next year to play basketball or to play
volleyball.
Or to play volleyball, but
do you know what her favorite is?
Well, I kind of think it's basketball. Her mother played Division I college basketball. Her mom's the coach.
Is that her mom?
Francine McCurtain.
Okay.
Francine played at Washington State after winning a championship or 2 with the Winslow Bulldogs.
Okay. What year did she graduate?
Well, you're going to ask me those tough questions, aren't you?
I just want to know if I ever played against her.
The 19-somethings.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
The 19-somethings. I don't know. I'm not sure when Coach McCurtain graduated high school.
If she was there 1998, 99, I would have played against her.
You might have played against her?
Yeah. I can definitely see the resemblance, though.
Maybe she did play at that time, huh?
We're going to ask her.
I really don't know. What I do know is that the Wildcats have come out and scored the first 6 points of the second quarter. Jaden Lynch goes into the paint. She got smacked. She got contact everywhere on that. And the official is going to say no foul. Ball lost out of bounds by Jaden as she tried to go between those defenders, and she got a little thumped on her jaw out there. She's okay, it looks like. Here's Kenzie Brogan for 3. Missed that. Nicole Hips rebound. Missed that putback try. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. So with 4:54 on the clock in the second quarter and the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Intent halftime report coming up at halftime, we're tied at 12. Basketball fans.
Yeah, Chinle's made a great effort to get back in this game.
Inbound to Kennedy Stewart, and a three-point try won't go in from the right corner. Koyazi for the rebound. Up the floor, the Wildcats will attack in transition. Georgia Vasquez, no, that's not Georgia. Sorry about that. Into the game is Nevaeh Jishid. Nevaeh with her first shot attempt just a moment ago, and it would not go in for her. And at 4:41 of the second quarter, Coach Brogan brings in a whole fresh set of 5.
Hey, this is a good way to say everybody's getting equal playing time, if anybody ever complained.
What? Complain? You think any parents would actually complain
About their athletes' playing time?
Nah, they wouldn't do that. It's a team sport. You play your role and you let the coach, don't you? Nobody's complaining about playing time. I wouldn't hear of it. I'm actually one of those parents that doesn't complain about playing time.
I like you, Floyd.
Well, I don't know about that, but come on, don't complain about playing time. Let the coach. That's what I say.
Thank you.
It's not a democracy. It's a little kingdom there.
It's a dictatorship.
You got a dictator.
And
okay?
His name is Coach.
And some of those dictators are pretty good. They're nice. They're benevolent. They take care of you. And if they don't, it's a good learning experience because, you know what? There's going to be a dictator bossing them around at work someday. Let those kids play. Let the coach. Let them make their decisions. And your kid will earn more playing time through their efforts and practice. Trust me. Snowflake back to work. That new 5 on the floor includes Lindsey Carlisle just saved it. Raya Denhalter will attack. Go through the paint. Boy, Raya has never met a shot opportunity she didn't like.
Nope.
Yeah, and that's why she's been to the foul line so many times. She will attack relentlessly out there.
She reminds me of like Madison Chapel from Holbrook.
I think that's
just going to the basket no matter what.
I think that's a good example right there.
Obviously, Madison Chapel. Wow.
Look at Koyazi. Big smile on her face. She's going to go to the foul line again for another and one opportunity and another foul on Natalie Carlisle. That'll be her second. And Coach Rogan's over here. He's pleading his case with the official, but it's not going to get him anything. And that was a beautiful finish by Koa.
And she takes her team to the lead against the Lobos. I have another question for you, Floyd.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so we're talking about the philosophy of Snowflake substitution. You said that you work for your playing time in practice. What do you think it does to a team who knows they're going to get to play the same amount no matter what? The rotation is the rotation. Do you think they slack off in practice at all?
That's a really good question. You're getting into the psychology of players.
Yeah, well, what motivates them?
And that is really an important, discussion to have when you're, trying to get the makeup of your team put together. And I think that there's certainly, again, when we talk about the pros and cons, there must be the chance that you're going to you face the possibility that the work ethic in practice is going to diminish. Yeah, if you're guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
And that's why star players, by the way, oftentimes won't work hard in practice. Because if you're the star player and you're just so much better than everybody else,
you're playing.
And you know that coach can't live without you. You know that coach is going to play you no matter what. You know you're going to get a ton of playing time. There's a possibility that you're not Kobe Bryant. See, Kobe would work no matter what. He would outwork everybody all the time. And he was always going to get all the playing time, right? Because he's, in my opinion, the second greatest basketball player that ever lived. Pass underneath, and the shot is no good. That was Hannah Nez with the shot and miss for the Wildcats. We've got 3:09 till halftime, and Chinle with a 15-12 lead right now. The Snowflake has not scored in the second quarter, by the way. We're about to see the third or is it the fourth change in personnel for the Lobos?
I think this is the fourth.
They haven't scored any points yet. Lob inside is knocked away, taken away, and we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go against Lindsey Carlisle. She made contact on Koyazi. So Carlisle gets called for her third foul now of the game. 3 fouls on Lindsey. So what happens when you get a girl in foul trouble? You get a girl with 3 or 4 early fouls. Does that change your rotation now? Do you start to?
I think it does a little bit, yeah. He will start substituting out for the foul trouble.
Well, you you've got to be innovative. Let me put it that way. And this is innovative, if you ask me. And we'll get a chance to see how effective it is on this night. Not everything works 100% of the time, that's for sure.
No. Well, and that's the thing about basketball is that you have to be able to adjust, right? You have to. With any sport, you have to be able to adjust. And if you're stuck with one thing, I don't know. Does it hurt you or does it help you?
We'll see if Snowflake can get their first points here on this possession. First points of the second quarter, that is. 9 straight points in the second quarter, and Jaden Lynch comes in and she fouls Chloe Ulberg again. That combination, Jaden's got her third foul, and all three have been defending Chloe. And if I'm not mistaken, it's all been help defense, right? She's not assigned to watch to guard Chloe, but she comes out and helps on Chloe, and all 3 times it's been a very similar foul. It's going to send Jaden to the bench again, her third foul of the game.
I don't think she liked that call either.
Well, I have a hard time arguing with the official on it. Here's the drop pass inside to Ulberg.
It's hard when you have a smaller girl and a taller girl. It's always going to look like the smaller girl's guilty.
Yeah, I agree, and especially if they come in at a kind of a non-standard direction angle, and that's what you do with help defense. You're not kind of set there playing your defense. You're coming in at the player, and that's what Jaden did. And boy, all 3 of her fouls are almost identical, weren't they?
Well, and Chloe's so aggressive. Like, she's going to make contact with you. You got to know that coming into the game.
Comes Kowayazi trying to post up Hadley Nichols, and she took the extra step. And I think the official got it. In fact, I think his call was a little bit late on it. Koa doesn't agree, but I think she did pick up the pivot foot right there. And we've got 95 seconds now till halftime. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way, basketball fans. Kenzie Brogan picks up the dribble inside to Ulberg in the paint. Shot off the glass. Count that one. Chloe going to the foul line for Snowflake. They're trying to get back some momentum here. And it's Kowayazi with her second foul of the game. Koa hard to stop right there. And we'll see if she makes it a three-point play to tie this game at 15.
I feel like in this Chinle defense, they're making a very big effort to keep Chloe from driving because she pops up and they're trying to contain her at the top of the key so that she doesn't drive in, and that's where they're getting into their foul trouble.
Absolutely, and Chloe is right now she's a magnet for contact, isn't she?
Yep.
And this Chinle team, it's like they looked at the film and said, well, don't let her get to the basket. Defend her out on top, defend her away. That's a great point to make, Talia. That was the second foul of the game a moment ago on Kowayazi. And with 1:09 remaining, Snowflake back on defense, inside to Dijon. And good defense by Kenzie Brogan. Got a hand on the ball, the pass, forced it to the corner, and then the step out by Chinle. Snowflake's going to get it back and a chance to take the lead on this possession right here. Now, here's a single sub in. Nicole Hips came in. She came in for Denhalter?
No, Natalie came in for Nicole about a minute ago, and Nicole just came back in for Natalie. So now we're back on that second 5.
Okay, gotcha. Natalie with 3 fouls in the game. So here is a shot from the corner right side. No good there, but an offensive rebound for Hadley Nichols, and Hadley is fouled on her way to the line, and that's the second foul of the game on Vasquez. Third team foul on Chinle. Snowflake has 4 fouls, but we've only got 47 seconds remaining till halftime. Don't forget as well that at the conclusion of our broadcast, we always announce the Sports Zone's player of the game, brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. This one here, Snowflake, ranked number 7 in the state, taking on number 17, Chinle Lady Wildcats. This shot goes up. Nichols unable to hit on either of those opportunities. So the Wildcats maintain the lead, and then a tipped pass out of bounds. Give them a set play from the right corner into the game. For the Wildcats comes Alyssa Williams. Alyssa replacing Georgia Vasquez.
I'm really liking this matchup between Chloe and Dijon. They are working each other, and I am super impressed with how Dijon is posting up on Chloe and the struggle that the two are having.
They're going at it, aren't they? We're going to get an illegal screen called on Kenzie Brogan. That's her second foul.
That was on Chinle.
Wrong guy, right?
Yep.
It was Desiree Yazzie for the Wildcats. And a steal. Koa Yazzie breaks up the pass. She's going to get it back, throw it up. On the feet from Elena Anderson. No good there. Here comes Snowflake. And Desiree Yazzie drops back to defend Nicole Hips in transition. Knocked it out of bounds. We got 12 seconds till halftime.
Are the Lobos going to be able to tie it up?
Chinle 15, Snowflake 14. Inbound play coming up for the Lady Lobos. And to our radio audience, I have to apologize. I keep forgetting when we're doing both radio and video, you got to say the score a lot more. And I apologize again. I forget about that. It's Nicole Hips. Nicole Hips on the inbound drives to the basket, pull-up jump shot. And she is fouled by Desiree Yazzie. Second foul of the game on Desiree. Here is Kennedy Stewart to the foul line.
I told you once that Kennedy Stewart went to nationals in the hoop shoot, and she placed 6th.
In the nation
in Chicago.
So she's never supposed to miss a free
yeah,
throw, right?
She has spent more time at the free throw line than anywhere else.
Well, she missed both of them. That's a shocker. But she got her own rebound way over in the corner. I don't know how she chased that one down. And then her shot no good. Rebound Chinle, and with 2.5 seconds, they turn it back to Snowflake for an inbound play. So Coach wants to call timeout. Coach Brogan wants to get a set play going for his ladies. He's calling timeout, and it takes a while for the officials to acknowledge that he had to raise his voice just a little bit. And the message was finally and ultimately delivered as we get ready to close out this first half. Chinle in front of Snowflake 15-14. We'll stay right here through the break because, 2.5 seconds. Might as well stay right here, right?
Yep.
Couple of things to note. 3A basketball, the state playoffs are around the corner. 24 teams make the tournament, okay? Top 2 teams in each region get automatic playoff bids, okay? Top 2 teams in each region. For the North, because they have a tournament, and we want to thank Choice Wireless for their broadcast partnership here of the Sports Zone and Northland Basketball, presenting sponsors of Northland Basketball. Thank you to Furniture Gallery and Snowflake, to Hatch Concrete, all of our great partners like Holbrook Family Dentistry. Thank you for the coverage. More on that in a moment. I'll give you some notes on the playoffs coming up here in just a bit as we watch Snowflake from the timeout. And the inbound pass is defended well by Dijon White and then taken away by the Wildcats. Dijon tipped it. Her teammate came up with that loose ball. And then a jump ball was called. And there was a half second. So how many jump balls now?
7.
7 jump balls. It might be 8, actually.
I'm going to go check the book. I'll check the book.
So they keep track of the jump balls?
Yeah, they do. How many jump balls have they had? You say 8. I say 7.
I think we didn't
get one.
Yeah, here's the inbound, and Kennedy Stewart.
There's been 11.
11? There's been 11 jump balls.
Are you serious?
I think we're on the way to a record of some kind, okay?
Oh
11 first half jump balls in this game. It just shows you how aggressive these ladies are playing, okay? These defenses are attacking, and it shows up as well in the score. It's a low-scoring first half. We go to halftime. Our score here is Chinle 15, Snowflake 14. Let me just wrap up a quick thought on the playoffs coming up. So 24 teams make the tournament. The top 2 teams in each region get automatic buys for the playoffs. They're automatically into the state playoff tournament. In the North, because they have a region tournament, the 3A North region tournament will start next Thursday. It's the top 2 teams in the tournament for the North are the teams that get the automatic playoff bid, okay? So that's how that works. And, again, that means that you've got, is it 14, I think? 14 automatic bids. And the rest of the teams that don't finish in the top 2 of their region, the rest of the teams in the state are seeded by the rankings.
By their rankings, okay.
Okay? Undoubtedly, we're going to get at least a couple of teams that finish in the top 2 of their region that don't make the top 24, or maybe it's going to be a team or 2, something like that. There'll be a bubble team there.
Yeah.
Because there always is.
So do you know where everybody's ranked in their regions?
Well, that takes a little bit of homework.
Okay.
I can look at the standings, but the problem is then you got to keep going back and forth and compare that to the rankings and find out what the ranking is. Maybe it's a nice exercise for us to go through in the second half. Maybe we'll do that. One way or the other, it is halftime, everybody, in the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is straight ahead. 15-14 Snowflake trailing Chinle on this broadcast of Northland basketball, presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
What can you do for that special Valentine in your life? How about take them out for a romantic steak dinner at Cattleman's Steakhouse, followed by 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. Then let them know their name is in the hat to win a Valentine adventure they will never forget. Premium VIP front row tickets to Blake Shelton live in concert with special guests Dustin Lynch and Emily Ann Roberts. And if it couldn't get any better, add $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day. If you have a broken windshield, call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint and treat your Valentine to steak dinner, the movies, and a shot at front row tickets to see Blake Shelton live in concert and $1,000 cash. Call today.
536-5972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
If there's one player on the field that outperforms the rest, it's Perkins Cinders. Like any all-star, they put in the hard work by sourcing, sorting, and delivering all things dirt. Concrete materials, gravel, cinders, topsoil, mulch, and more. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders will help you score that huge win with your project. Serving the entire White Mountains at PerkinsCindersInc.com. Get a load of this.
The Furniture Gallery believes it's the everyday, small moments that dreams are made of. Moments that fill a lifetime even from the comfort of your own home. Meals and celebrations, little giggles at bedtime, cheering on your favorite team, relaxing while reading your favorite novel. Whatever you dream of, the Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home. Quality, comfort, and unparalleled customer service. Located in Snowflake, the Furniture Gallery will do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Don't settle for less on a gift when you can give way more for way less. The Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top goes beyond having the perfect card. Exciting new lines were just released. Bourbon Barrel Foods out of Louisville, Kentucky features gourmet sauces, nuts, and seasonings. Jack Black's Men's Superior Skincare, be manly and clean. And for ladies, Pinkies Up, luxury teas, sugars, cups, and infusers. Open Monday through Saturday, the Hallmark is where smiles are made together.
We get it. The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo-owned, Navajo proud.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
What can you do for that special Valentine in your life? How about take them out for a romantic steak dinner at Cattleman's Steakhouse, followed by 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters. Then let them know their name is in the hat to win a Valentine adventure they will never forget. Premium VIP front row tickets to Blake Shelton live in concert with special guests Dustin Lynch and Emily Ann Roberts. And if it couldn't get any better, add $1,000 cash. Happy Valentine's Day. If you have a broken windshield, call the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint and treat your Valentine to steak dinner, the movies, and a shot at front row tickets to see Blake Shelton live in concert and $1,000 cash. Call today.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Second half about to get underway, everybody. Back into our location courtside at Snowflake High School. Lobo Gymnasium, Floyd Simmons and Talia Clare. The second half does begin. Thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, presenting sponsors of the Halftime Report. And we get the second half going here now with the Wildcats having the ball first. And they'll go on the attack to the baseline. Desiree Yazzie back outside. Georgia Vasquez will try a three. No good there. DeJohn White battling, and it's knocked out of bounds. Knocked from her clutches by one of those Snowflake defenders. And the Wildcats have the basketball. 7:39 on the clock in the third quarter. Floyd Simmons, Talia Clare, and the inbound on the way for the Wildcats. They lead Snowflake 15-14 as this second half does get underway. And a couple of things, Talia, that I want to mention. Got a couple of text messages from some viewers out there. And the first thing is that Coach McCurtain, Francine McCurtain for the Wildcats, Coach McCurtain, she is of the Winslow High School class of 2000. Here's the ball inside to Koa Yazzie. No good there. Snowflake rebound. So class of 2000.
I did play against her as a sophomore. She was a senior when I was a sophomore.
Your class of 02?
I'm class of 02. And back in that day, Winslow was our biggest rival. They were the big dogs on the mountain back in my day.
Okay. By the way, Snowflake unable to convert there just a moment ago. Den Halter unable to make the shot. And the Wildcats back in business with the ball as we go a minute into the third quarter. And DeJohn with the move to the basket. Now, you got to tell me, is that an extra step or not?
I was watching her, the upper half of her body. I didn't notice. I thought it was a great post move.
It was a great move, and all that matters is they didn't call it.
Yeah,
okay?
they didn't call it, and she made the basket.
And I'm not saying it was a travel. I was asking the question. Maybe if we get the replay a little later, we'll take a look and we'll count those steps. There was a little extra jab in there, I thought. Here's Denhalter. She is going to attack the basket. Unfortunately, unable to make that shot. Now here's the long outlet pass to Koa Yazzie. Misses that. But the follow by Jaden Lynch is good for the Wildcats. And they'll come out here and get the first couple of makes to start the second half. And just on schedule right there, here comes Snowflake with another 5 ladies lining up to check into the game as we get to near 2 minutes into this one. Pressure defense.
Schedule, 45 seconds?
A minute 45.
Oh, minute 45. Okay.
Pressure defense. Koa Yazzie helped get the turnover, and her three-point try is no good. Rebound Wildcats, and Lindsey Carlisle smashes DeJohn White for a foul, a Snowflake foul, and that's for Carlisle. Let's check it for you. That's 3 fouls in the game on Lindsey Carlisle. Sister Natalie Carlisle has 3 fouls. You say 4? Oh, that's Lindsay's 4th.
Yes, that's Lindsay's 4th. I don't think Natalie has 3.
You think Natalie's got 2?
And Lindsay's 4th.
Maybe I gave, earlier in my book, Lindsay one of...
Well, they do look alike.
Or Natalie one of Lindsay's fouls. They do look alike. So okay. That's confirmed by the official scorekeeper.
Yes, Natalie has 2 and Lindsay has 4.
And DeJohn has a free throw right there. She's got 7 points in the game. Nobody in double figures yet here in this one tonight. 7 for DeJohn, 7 also for Koa Yazzie. And Snowflake will bring a whole nother set of 5 onto the floor, including this lady, Hadley Nichols, who gets the rebound. Nicole Hips bring it across and throw it away. Desiree Yazzie the steal. Long pass to Koa, and she's unable to field that, and it goes right. Almost smashed the cameraman over there in the corner. Derek Simmons. It's a good thing he's got some coordination.
I was going to say, he's quick. I don't think that would happen.
And mostly I'm saying good thing because of that very expensive camera that he's
You're not
carrying.
worried about the cameraman?
Well, the cameraman, he'll be okay.
The camera, not so much.
He'll be fine. It's that camera you got to worry about. There's contact and the ball lost out of bounds. No foul, no whistle on that anyway, and it does go out of bounds off Koa. So let's check. The Wildcats have Koa Yazzie, DeJohn White out on the floor, Nevaeh Jishi in that lineup, Georgia Vasquez, Jaden Lynch. So the 5 for the Wildcats. Hadley Nichols with Snowflake inside to Chloe Ulberg. She's going to trip, fall in the paint, lose the handles. Chloe, Hadley, also Kennedy Stewart is out there. So is Kenzie Brogan and Nicole Hips. There is a wild shot from the left of the key. No good for Koa, and the follow by DeJohn is also no good for the Wildcats.
Chinle is controlling the offensive boards for sure this half.
And they're going to get a steal right there. DeJohn steals it. Long pass up the floor. Koa off the glass. Nicole Hips trying to draw a charge, but the official didn't give it to her, and Coach Brogan has to call timeout to slow this thing down. As that juggernaut that is the Wildcats scores the first 7 points of the third quarter. Our score 22-14. Stand by, basketball fans. We're back with more Northland basketball in a moment, presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Back to the action, back to Lobo Gymnasium, everybody. It's Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. You're listening on radio as well. Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone and Northland Basketball. Snowflake having trouble getting it across. They do eventually. Kenzie Brogan, Chloe Reedhead in the corner, Hadley Nichols for a 3, and that's going to be no good, but good position for an offensive rebound by Kenzie Brogan. Nice pass inside to Chloe Ulberg. Chloe turns toward the basket and draws contact. A Georgia Vasquez foul will, well, actually they're going to say Dijon White, they say, committed the foul to send Chloe to the free throw line. First foul of the game on Dijon.
That's impressive for how well she's played defense that she does. This is her first foul.
Ulberg at the line. Shot is good. Take a look at the replay again.
Oh, that was on the slap on the down. She slapped her. Or they say she slapped her. If you'll notice, the Lobos have all 5 of their seniors in to start this, or coming out of that timeout.
And is that the total number of seniors, is 5?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 1 of 2 at the line for Chloe Ulberg, the Lobo senior.
I'm sorry, there's 6. That's why they announced 6, because you got Natalie, or Lindsay, who's in foul trouble on the bench.
Gotcha, yes. Natalie Carlisle out there guarding the ball right now. Back outside, this is Nevaeh Jishi. And now Alyssa Williams with a bounce pass inside, back outside. And a struggle to try to take it inside. Another jump ball for you right there.
That's 10, right?
That is 10. 10 jump balls in the game. So Coach McCurtain, class of 2000, which would have been your sophomore year, you say?
Yep.
Were you a varsity player as a sophomore?
I did get to play. I mean, little bit. But I traveled.
Do you remember the games against Winslow then, your senior year?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you about that and see what you can remember here in a moment as we watch the Wildcats tip the dribble away from Chloe Reedhead. That was great defense by Koa. And then that forces Snowflake's Natalie Carlisle to foul, and she picks up her 3rd foul now of the game. So a 7-point Wildcat lead, and they get the ball back right here with 3:37 on the clock in the third quarter. Chinle 22, Snowflake 15. And from the corner left side, Koa Yazi dribbling around. Hadley Nichols fronting her. Good defense by Hadley. Outside, Dijon White from 17 feet, and it's perfect for Dijon. And she's got 9 points in the game now, matching Koa Yazi with 9 for the Wildcats. So you watch Ulberg bring it up the floor. Try to give me a little bit of what you can remember playing the Winslow Bulldogs back then. Coach Don Petronovich would have been the Winslow coach at that time. Was Coach McCauley your coach? Or
No.
was it after Coach McCauley?
It was after Coach McCauley. I had Coach Don Godfrey.
Coach Godfrey, yeah. He was.
But I do remember the Winslow coach was there for over, 25, 30 years.
Mm-hmm. He's in the Coaches Hall of Fame. They've named the gymnasium after him over there, the Don Petronovich Gymnasium. So tell me about the games, the best you can remember.
So the one game that I remember the most against Winslow is when we beat them at home. They were number 1, and that was my highest scoring ball game I ever had. I had 33 points.
33?
And I had 33 points. I never scored that much. But that game, and I hit the game-winning shot. And I just remember walking out of the gym and one of the Winslow players talking to her dad, and she said, that's the girl that hit the 3. She was mad.
And you were worried at that point, weren't you?
No,
we're gonna play another game right here in the parking lot.
No.
Yeah, I mean, great. Must be great memories, and Winslow so good.
We didn't beat them very often.
To get a win over Winslow.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I remember it,
Yeah.
because we didn't beat them very often. They were so good. Coach Petronovich had the best teams, just defensively and offensively, and just so smart.
Shot clock down to 9 seconds. The push shot is up and no good for Hadley Nichols, and a pass that goes into backcourt. Hadley's going to have to track it down. I guess it was tipped. Nope, wasn't tipped. So that's backcourt violation. Snowflake gives it up. Chinle will take back over with a 9-point advantage, and a minute 56 remaining in the third quarter here at Snowflake's Lobo Gymnasium. 24-15 our score. Wildcats in front, and they'll inbound the ball here in just a moment. Well, Francine McCurtain, that Wildcats coach, was one of the all-time greats at Winslow High School, and that's saying something because they have so many great players in their history. Vasquez back outside, and they'll swing it to the top of the key. Jaden Lynch has it. Reset their offense. A lot of time on the shot clock. Patient Wildcats team, and the ball lost out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Snowflake, and that will leave 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Whatever coach told her team in the locker room, they've really adjusted well and come out and dominated this second half defensively and offensively. I feel like they're controlling the offensive boards, which is making a huge difference, and had several steals, and the turnovers have really been detrimental to Snowflake's momentum.
The officials, after a brief conference, have given the ball to Snowflake, and they're working the ball now on their offensive end of the floor. Chloe Ulberg in the paint. Outside, Kenzie Brogan. Little head fake, step to the right. Shot is going to be off the mark. Rebound, Chloe Reedhead. Outside, Natalie Carlisle weaving through traffic, and her shot is going to be no good. Ulberg rebound, that follow no good. Another chance for the Lobos, and this time Natalie Carlisle able to get to the foul line with a Chinle whistle. Gonna have to check and see who that is for you that committed the infraction. And maybe you can help me out.
Jada Key.
Jada?
Yep, Jada Key.
Jada wears number 33.
Mm-hmm.
She gets her first foul of the game, and Natalie Carlisle is able to make one out of two. And she's got the ball back after an offensive rebound. Nice fade away by Natalie. Working in the paint, but fading away from it, and she's able to connect on that. Much needed point there for Snowflake. So it ends up being the net is a three-point play for Natalie. Georgia Vasquez working in the low blocks for Chinle, has to send it back outside. 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Chinle 24, Snowflake 18. 3 points that last possession for Snowflake was huge. Jaden Lynch hands it off. Vasquez off the glass, no good. Rebound inside by the Wildcats. That was rebounded by Jada Key, and after the ball goes out of bounds, Snowflake will have it back for the final 15 seconds of the quarter. It's a big possession right here.
Big possession. Chinle thinks that it hit the backboard or the rim. They wanted the shot clock to reset.
Got to hit some iron. The officials did not believe it did. And a pass, Chloe Reedhead's pass, stolen by Georgia Vasquez. 3 seconds on the clock. Georgia's got to shoot. She turns. And the shot is no good. She's asking for contact. The bench for Chinle was signaling, hey, there was some contact on the shot. The official said, nope, that's how the quarter ends. Chinle will take a 6-point advantage after trailing by 6 at the end of the first quarter and then getting a halftime lead. They're going to lead right now 24-18 over Snowflake as we go to the fourth quarter. The final 8 minutes straight ahead. This is Northland Basketball presented by Choice, NTUA Wireless.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
The team at Beeman Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling. Let's begin this fourth quarter. Sports Zone Nation, welcome back to Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Floyd Simmons, Talia Clare joining me on the broadcast tonight here at Lobo Gymnasium. And here's the inbound for the Lobos to start this fourth quarter. Kenzie Brogan, Chloe Reedhead, Natalie Carlisle. There's Kenzie. They've been trying to run this play all night. They finally get the open look from the corner after the inbound, but Kenzie couldn't connect on it. Brogan and Carlisle and Reedhead are joined in the starting five for this fourth quarter by, let's see, Chloe Ulberg is out there, so is Hadley Nichols for the hometown Snowflake Lady Lobos. Wildcats have the ball now here, and they have the lead as well. 6 points the advantage, 24-18. Contact. Carlisle picks up her fourth foul of the game. Natalie Carlisle stepped out on defense, and that's 4 fouls on her. Her sister, Lindsay, on the bench right now, has 4 fouls. The Carlisle sisters, they're like, they're cowgirls, aren't they? Isn't that a ranching family? As you watch a great post move by DeJoan White. She's got 11 points in the game now after delivering on that move inside. 8-point lead for Chinle. Those Carlisle sisters, cowgirls, ranchers, tough
hard
girls.
Workers,
Hard workers, and you know what? They're going to make some contact once in a while out there. They've got 8 fouls between them. They're going to lob it inside, and Natalie able to get a shot to go from the right baseline. You mentioned her name, and she went right to work. She's got 7 points in the game.
They've definitely got a little grit, those Carlisle girls.
Snowflake, struggling offensively against this Wildcats defense all night. But, Snowflake's defense has been tough, too. There's Georgia Vasquez. Have to throw one high over the defender to get that one to go in, and she did. But I want to make a point here. We got to see the top-ranked Chinle Cougars last night. They got a big victory over Holbrook. And, Holbrook's a solid team. A huge win, I think 67-31 or something for Chinle last night. Top-ranked team in the state. Chinle had everybody on the roster but one girl. 11 out of 12 girls, I think there was 12 on the roster, got in the scoring last night for Chinle.
They did? That is awesome.
But listen to Snowflake. Snowflake here, with just 6 minutes left in the game, Snowflake's only had 3 different ladies score tonight so far. Okay?
Yeah, that's a game changer. You have to have your whole team scoring.
The girls got to get involved,
Yes.
Chloe Ulberg has 9 points as the Wildcats take a timeout. Natalie Carlisle has 7 points, and Raya Denhalter has 4 points. That's it. That's your entire makeup offensively for Snowflake. On the other side, it's only slightly better. The 28-20 Wildcat lead. 4 ladies for the Wildcats have scored. DeJoan White has 11. Koa Yazi has 9. Georgia Vasquez with 6. And Jaden Lynch has the remaining 2 points for the Wildcats.
Wow, that's interesting.
I mean, a total of 7 individuals in the entire game have scored. And we played, better than 3/4 of the game.
And it's interesting for the Lobos because they've had 5 different girls on the court. When Chloe's not on the court, Natalie's on the court. And when Natalie's not on the court, Chloe's on the court. And so
a lot of ladies have played, a lot of opportunity, a lot of minutes shared. And right now, Snowflake's looking for some way to scrap their way back to even with Chinle. The Wildcats inbound the ball. Jaden Lynch picks up the dribble, and her dangerous pass back outside. Brogan unable to step out and steal it, so Georgia Vasquez will have it and then bounce it inside. Trying to get the ball to DeJoan White, and she gets hooked by the defender. And that's foul number 5 in the game for Lindsay Carlisle.
Have you noticed that Coach Brogan has changed up his game plan here a little bit? He's not rotating the 5, and he's just doing individuals.
Different mix for this final bit. Well, I mean, you got to do something, I think, because right now they're just ineffective. Only scored 20 points. Here's the inbound, and that shot is good. DeJohn White. Emotional reaction by DeJohn after the make. And the foul by Raya Denhalter.
She's impressive.
Watch the finish right there, the flex. And DeJohn.
That deserved a flex.
Chance to make a three-point play out of it. She won't. However, Kenzie Brogan has the rebound for Snowflake. So a 10-point advantage for the Cats. We are 1 week away from the start of the 3A North Region tournament. Snowflake still trying to find some rhythm out there, and it's been a long time in coming. There's a lot of time left to get back into this game, win this game if you're the Lady Lobos, but they've got to find some rhythm. Best I can say. About a week away from the 3A North Region tournament in Window Rock. That's going to be at Window Rock, everybody. Thursday, Friday, Saturday action next week. And the Wildcats steal it. Koa Yazi inside to DeJohn for the assist. To Koa, the basket for DeJohn, and the foul. And this crowd, you talked about this crowd early on in the game, Talia. There's probably more Wildcat fans here in Snowflake at this game than Snowflake fans, and they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, they are. They're impressive.
Reacting to the success that the Wildcats are having right now, and DeJohn White is really coming to life here in the fourth quarter. She scored 7 points in the period. She's got 16 points in the game. In the front court for Snowflake. Kennedy Stewart trapped on the baseline. Difficulty, does get it away, and Hadley Nichols gets fouled by Koa Yazi in front of the Snowflake bench. 3 fouls in the game on Koa.
The Lady Lobos are really hurting themselves with the turnovers. You can't have turnovers this late in the game. You know, as many turnovers as they're having, being down 13. Got to really take care of the ball and execute the offense.
Carlisle at the top of the key. Now deep on the angle. Kennedy Stewart. They'll swing it around to Carlisle again on the left angle. Inside to Chloe Ulberg. Fronted by DeJohn White. Tied up again. Another jump ball. Oh. Yeah, I need that. Sorry. I'm getting the book for the boys game. Sorry about that, folks. But another great defensive play by the Wildcats. Thank you. Ball into front court. Kennedy Stewart picks up the Snowflake foul. By the way, there's a couple of ladies with terrific athlete names, basketball names. I think Kennedy Stewart is an awesome name. I mean, it's 2 last names. And
That's
since
true.
Kennedy is being used as first name here, it's also 2 first names.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
She could be, she could be using 2 first names and 2 last names. You don't know.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Another foul shot, 1 of 2 for Jaden Lynch at the foul line, and a DeJohn White rebound, and she's going to travel, they say. So that was Jaden, right? Jaden at the line. She got 1 out of 2. And the score here now, 34-20. Chinle in front with 4:45. 4:45 remaining in the game. You're listening to Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. Also watching on the Sports Zone's Facebook and YouTube channels. Inside, Raya Denhalter going to work, making the shot, much needed by Snowflake. Lobos drop back on defense. I'm a little surprised that Snowflake isn't employing a full court press right now. But I mean, that's also why I'm not a coach, is you get a timeout for the Wildcats. They'll grab a timeout. Let's grab one quickly as well. It's a full timeout. So we'll just grab a 30-second message, everybody. Back in a moment, everybody. 34-22, the Wildcats in front of Snowflake in this girls' game. Northland basketball presented by Choice, NTUA Wireless.
The Furniture Gallery believes it's the everyday, small moments that dreams are made of. Moments that fill a lifetime even from the comfort of your own home. Meals and celebrations, little giggles at bedtime, cheering on your favorite team, relaxing while reading your favorite novel. Whatever you dream of, the Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home. Quality, comfort, and unparalleled customer service. Located in Snowflake, the Furniture Gallery will do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Hey, back to it, everybody, from the timeout. So, Talia, you must have played on some pretty good Snowflake Lady Lobo teams back in your day. Any state championships?
No state championships.
For you? No?
The heartbreaker for me was my senior year. We played Monument Valley in the Final Four to see who went to the championship. We were beating them by 18 at halftime, and they came out in the second half and beat us to go to the championship.
No.
Yeah, they did.
No.
That's back when the Nash girls played, when Coach Nash was coaching them, in the husband in basketball and the wife in volleyball, and they dominated in volleyball and basketball. They were great coaches.
Man, I feel really bad for you just now, just thinking about it right
We were winning by 18
Yeah.
at halftime, and Monument came back and won.
That's not justice, man.
No.
My son has a story like that. My oldest son, Dustin, he was the quarterback for Blue Ridge his senior year, first team All-State quarterback at that. And Dustin led that Blue Ridge team to the state championship game where they played Payson for a second time in the year. They had lost by 1 touchdown at Payson during the regular season. The only loss that they suffered is the ball goes back on a shot clock violation. And it's going to be an inbound for Snowflake here with 3:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. But my son, he took him to the state championship game. They're playing Payson, and Blue Ridge gets a 20-0 lead at halftime over Payson. Payson had the ball 3 times in the second half. That's it, 3 times. 3 drives, long, deliberate, slow drives, and they scored 3 touchdowns to force overtime.
Wow.
As you watch Chloe Ulberg work inside for Snowflake, big shot for Chloe.
That's a heartbreaker.
So they go to overtime, tie 20-20, double overtime. Payson beats Blue Ridge on an extra point kick.
In the state championship game.
Championship game. And I tell you, I love Paul Morrow. I mean, what a guy, what a great guy, what a great coach, all that. But I'm going to say Coach Morrow puckered up in the second half.
Did he?
He would not throw the footballs.
Oh, really?
Blue Ridge couldn't get a first down, so they went 3 and out 3 times and kept giving the ball back to Payson.
But that was Blue Ridge's bread and butter.
Not throwing the ball, nah.
No, Blue Ridge's bread and butter was running the ball, is
Yep.
what I'm saying. And
Yep.
so why, that surprises me that they didn't get anywhere with it.
Listen, if Blue Ridge gets 1 first down in the second half of that game, they win that football game.
Yeah, it's a different game.
All I need is 1 first down.
Wow.
Anyway, back to the basketball action here. Under 3 minutes remaining in regulation. A 10-point game. Chinle 34. Snowflake 24. And the Lobos have the basketball. Nicole Hips to Kenzie Brogan to Natalie Carlisle now in the right corner. Back outside to Hips. And Brogan on the left angle with the basketball now. Raya Denhalter trying to post up down low. Good defense on her by Georgia Vasquez. To the high post. That's Chloe Ulberg. But DeJoan White won't give her entry. Bounce pass inside, and we'll get a foul by Georgia Vasquez from behind on Raya Denhalter. That's team foul number 2 on the Wildcats. It's individual foul number 3 on Georgia. 2:30 remaining. Inbound, and that's going to be stolen by Jaden Lynch. And then tipped back by Raya Denhalter, who knocked it out of bounds. Good defense, good hustle by Raya getting back.
Very good hustle. It's kind of a testament. The foul count is kind of a testament of how well Chinle has played defensively and how many times the Lobos have turned it over. There really hasn't been a lot of contact.
Inbound, DeJoan White. Just doing DeJoan stuff inside. Great low post move there. 18 points in the game for DeJoan. 12-point advantage for the Wildcats. We'll get a Chinle foul. Send Snowflake to the line for a couple of shots. And the lady that committed that foul is DeJoan herself. And 2 fouls on DeJoan White. Well, listen, what we're going to do in the boys game coming up here, we'll let the folks know. We are going to I'm going to make a command decision, executive decision. Hey, listen, they inducted me into the Arizona Broadcasters Hall of Fame last Friday.
That's awesome.
So I think I can make an executive decision once in a while, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We've got a couple of Maverick gas cards right here that we're going to give away to some officials. We want to honor these great officials that do all this great work across Northeast Arizona. Here's the gas cards. There's $25, and there's another $25. There's $50. And on Friday, we're going to give these away. We're supposed to be in Chinle on Friday, and that's going to happen, right? We are going to Chinle, right? As of right now, that game is on. They were thinking about postponing that till next week.
Okay.
Because of the incoming weather we're getting. We're going to get a storm. Anyway, we're going to give these gas cards away to an official. $50 in gas to say thank you to these great officials, timeout on the floor, that call these games, work these games across our part of the state. We need more of them, right? So, we want to do our part to say thanks to them, give back a little bit, and try to encourage everybody. Look, man, you got to treat these officials right. They make mistakes just like we do, just like you do out there. We got to treat them right with respect. These are the authority of the game out there. They're not going to get it right every time, but they get it right most of the time. These guys out here calling a great game today. And so we're gonna do a drawing. We got the names now of all the officials that work up here in our part of the state.
Okay.
And we're going to put their names in a hat, and on Friday we'll draw, and we'll give these away to somebody on Friday.
That's awesome. I love that.
But coming up tonight in the boys varsity game, we're going to do another one of these, okay? So, Derek, let's round up another one of these gas cards. And we're going to give one away to one of our viewers. As you watch that miss by Carlisle at the line, we're going to give away a gas card to one of our viewers. And you got to be watching, okay, because we want you to comment during the boys' game on the YouTube chat. Inbound pass stolen by Koayazi. She'd make a great safety in football, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she would. I think she could probably do amazing in any sport she decided to play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. She's going to the foul line for 2 shots for her Wildcat team. She only scored 2 points in the second half, if you can believe that. But her presence, her importance to the team has been.
She's had several steals, though, defensively. She hasn't just gone missing. She's contributed in other aspects of the game.
Big time, and 2 foul shots right there makes it a 13-point Wildcat lead. 38-25, Chinle in front of Snowflake with now 2 minutes remaining in regulation. So here's how we're going to give the gas card away to somebody out there. You want to need a little gas?
Yes.
And by the way, your gas money going to go a lot farther right now. It's a presidential election year.
Yeah.
So the gas prices are going to come down until the election is done in November. So do enjoy that. Interest rates will come down. Gas prices will come down. Inflation on things like food is going to slow down a little bit here for the next few months because we have a presidential election. All right, so please remember why all of that's happening when you go to the ballot box in November. But that being said, you want to win a gas card in the boys' game? All you have to do is tell us who you think is going to win the Super Bowl coming up in a week and a half. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? You need the San Francisco 49ers, or is it going to be the Kansas City Chiefs? Is it going to be the 49ers or the Chiefs? Who you got?
Who do you got?
Here comes Snowflake running up, and Nicole Hips unable to connect. Who do I have? If I do it as an analyst, if I do it using my best analytical powers, I say the Chiefs are going to win the game. Because my goodness, the Chiefs are playing so well. And they've got the X factor.
And they've been there before.
They've been there before. They've got the experience. They know what they're doing. Although the 49ers have plenty of experience as well. But shot no good. We're going to get a 3-second lane violation on Snowflake with 1:16 remaining. And still a 13-point Wildcat lead. But the Chefs got they've got the X factor. They got Taylor Swift. They've got Tay-Tay. And Taylor is, something about her. She's got some mystical, magical powers. And so I think the Chiefs have the advantage for sure in this one, okay?
Okay.
So there is that. But sentimentally, even though I'm a Cardinals fan and I'm supposed to hate the 49ers, which I normally do, I love Brock Purdy.
Oh, he's good.
Don't you love this kid?
Oh, I love him. I just love his story. and where he came from. You know what I'm saying? And how hard he had to work to get where he was. And it's just such a testament to hard work to all these young athletes. You don't have to be chosen first. You don't have to be the starter. You just have to work your way up.
In fact, he was chosen last, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
He was the last guy picked in the draft. And just an incredible young man. And hey, listen, he's way more than a game manager. He's a great quarterback. He's got a great team, and we'll see if they can put it together in the Super Bowls. You watch Kenzie Brogan's three-pointer, no good. And pretty much all hope for Snowflake has evaporated. Down 15 here with a minute remaining. It's 40-25, Chinle in front. 55 seconds remain. There's a travel. No, there's going to be a foul. Snowflake foul. Thought maybe you might get a travel out of that, but it is the 5th foul of the game on Natalie Carlisle. She joins her sister Lindsay fouling out of the game. And a timeout is taken on the floor. We'll stay right here, everybody. We'll announce the Sports Zone's player of the game at the end of our broadcast. That will be presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. I got to tell you, I'm just going to give you my vote right now. Our production team, everybody will get to vote. I usually vote last, but I'm going to say mine now. I'm going to give mine to DeJoan White.
I agree wholeheartedly.
High Point Lady, 18 points. She's been just terrific all night long, and so
this is my first time getting to watch DeJoan, and I am a fan. I'm impressed. She's got some footwork. She's got some post moves. She's got a smooth shot. I love to see a big who can shoot outside the little jumpers, 10, 12 feet.
She's got the whole game. Her older brother, Cashin White, same kind of game. He's a post player, not a big guy, but same kind of game. Inside outside game, he could do it all for you. And her older sister is a Northland basketball legend, Stacy Begay. If you remember Stacy, graduated 3 years ago at Chinle, maybe 4. She plays college basketball right now. She's playing in Virginia.
Okay.
Stacy Begay is an absolute legend. And DeJoan has learned from the best. Her sister, her brother, and she's out there. And DeJoan, she brings it, man. She brings it every night.
Yeah, she's good. I've been super impressed. It's really fun to watch her tonight.
Nevaeh Jishi at the line for the Wildcats. Missed the first, and she will miss the second as well. Close out the game here. So the Sports Zone's player of the game will be presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Do you have a vote? Who are you voting for?
I agreed with you. DeJoan, she's mine.
You got DeJoan?
I'm a new fan. I like number 50.
We got 3 other votes out there to count. Let's see if anybody's voting for DeJoan. What do you got, Sean? He says DeJoan, so it doesn't matter what Derek and Joe have to say. What do you got, Joe? Joe don't know. Joe's over there busy. He's
working.
Our technical director, Big Joe Mama, is he's busy pushing buttons and all that kind of stuff.
Making us look good.
He makes somebody look good. That's, by the way, this is Rennell West in the game for Snowflake getting a chance to get to the scoring here. Let's see if we can get a 4th Lady Lobo in the scoring column. Since we announced that only 3 had scored, that was 6 minutes ago.
Nope.
Still sits at just 3 of these Lady Lobos. There's a throw into backcourt. The Wildcats going to get the ball back. 35 seconds remain. It's about what you get on a shot clock. The Wildcats don't really have to shoot. Here on this possession, we'll see if they do with these, again, 35.3 seconds remaining in regulation. So who do you have in the Super Bowl?
Well, like you said, statistically, on paper, the Chiefs should win. I love a good tight end. I love to watch a good tight end. Travis Kelce, my boy was a tight end, so yeah. I have a thing for tight ends. So he's fun to watch, but I love Brock Purdy. And since Steve Young, I've always been a 49ers fan. I always have. So I always I have a little 49er in my heart. I just want a good game. I just enjoy watching a good game. I don't want it to be a blowout either way,
Here's Koa at the line, and another free throw made by Koa Yazi. She has sunk 7 free throws in a row. And Koa is 8 out of 9 from the foul line in the game. She's got 14 points. Let's see what she can do right here. She'll make another. 15 points in the game for Koa, who goes to the bench. Supposed to get an ovation. Where are the fans? Supposed to give that young lady a standing O for the great effort she put in tonight.
great effort, offensively and defensively. She really is the whole package.
Our Sports Zone player of the game is Dijon White. She is already on the bench. And Snowflake is going to try and get some last remaining points for pride here. Good defensive play coming in from behind Taylor Hancock. 10 seconds left. Taylor attacking. Left side, jumper is on the way. That one's no good. There are the Wildcats to clean it up with the rebound. And that's it. So you don't have a commitment for me on that Chiefs 49ers.
Oh, no, I just want a good game. I just want to watch it. Okay, 49ers. I'm going 49ers.
All right, because you were boring me there for a second.
Okay.
I was getting real bored with that.
Okay, just to be a little controversial, I'm going 49ers.
49ers, gotcha. Okay, all right, folks. So we're going to talk to our player of the game in just a moment. We'll talk to the Victoria's head coach, Francine McCurtain, for the Wildcats as well in a moment as they get a 42-25 victory over Snowflake. And if you want to win a gas card, a Maverick gas card from the Sports Zone, we'll have one for you. We'll take your names from our chats in the boys game coming up, and all you have to do is just tell us who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. That's all you got to do.
Are you team Chefs or team 49ers?
I am...
Are you team Floyd?
Look, I want... Here's how it goes. I want the 49ers to win.
Okay.
For Brock Purdy.
Okay.
And for Christian McCaffrey and for Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
I like these guys a lot.
Oh, yeah.
These are likable dudes. And I think the Chiefs are going to win. That's what I'm gonna go intellectually. The Chiefs are going to win that game. In my heart, I'll be happier for Brock Purdy if
Do you
49ers
think it's going to
win.
be a close game, or do you think it's going to be a blowout?
Close game.
Do you?
I think we're going to get a good game in the Super Bowl. I really do. Close game. If we can get through the halftime show, although Usher's a pretty good call on halftime. I can go with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that, okay?
That was my day. I'm a big Usher fan.
Yeah? That was your day, huh?
Well, he's always kind of been popular, but yeah.
Class of 2000 had to like Usher. 2002. Here come the Wildcat boys. We're going to talk to Dijon White here in just a moment, our player of the game. She'll join us eventually. 42-25. The victory for the Chinle Lady Wildcats. For the Wildcats. Overall record now with that. They pick up their 10th win of the season. And really, that's really kind of a shocker that it's just their 10th win this year. The overall record now 10-14. Snowflake drops to 16-7 coming into the game. Snowflake was ranked number 7. And Chinle was ranked 17. So this win for the Wildcats is huge. It's going to be a big one for them. Hey, let's talk to our Sports Zone player of the game. After a Chinle 42-25 girls varsity win over Snowflake, everybody, welcome in. Our player of the game is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And after a big night tonight for the Wildcats, 18 points delivered, a number of rebounds, great defense. Dijon White of the Wildcats is our Sports Zone player of the game. Dijon, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you came to town, made the long drive, Chinle to Snowflake, get rewarded with the win. Tell us about it. Tell us about what it took. What did the Wildcats need to get done today to get this win?
I think it was just our teamwork, mainly like communicating and the connection we have all together as teammates. Yeah.
Good chemistry with all of you and the ladies out there. And Dijon, it hadn't been that long since you made your return from your injury and got back into this lineup. And coach just she worked you in slowly to the rotation. And there you are. You look like you're in great game shape now. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Now that I have my starting position, I'm back to, the same, my minutes and everything. It's all good.
Really tough battle for you tonight. Chloe Ulberg, they're number 30 for Snowflake. She's a great post player, and the two of you are going at it. Tell us about that part of just battling with Chloe tonight.
I think it was just toughness and the mentality of it all. She's a good post, I'm a good post, and you just gotta, whoever wants it more.
So you came into the game ranked number 17. A win over number 7 Snowflake is going to help you. I think it's going to bump you up at least a couple of spots, maybe get you to a position where you get a home playoff game in the first round of the playoffs. This is an important victory for your team. How do you like where the Wildcats are? 10-14 record doesn't seem impressive. But I'm telling you, you know, I think this is a much better team right now at the end of January than what you were in the middle of December. Do you agree with that?
I think yesterday's game was a big setback for us, and today it just a comeback for us. And knowing that we are ranked higher, like we beat a higher ranking, and it's just a big win for us.
You're going to boost the confidence. You ready? Yeah. You ready for the 3A North Region tournament coming up?
Yes.
Absolutely right. Here, how about a T-shirt?
Thank you.
There you go. Enjoy that, okay? Dijon, congratulations.
Thank you.
Victory for the Wildcats tonight. Final score 42-25. Chinle takes down Snowflake, and Dijon White is the Sports Zone's player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. So she put together a terrific game, but it was certainly a team victory for these Wildcats tonight. Hey there, and let's talk to the head coach. The Chinle Wildcats have defeated Snowflake in the girls' varsity game tonight at the end of January. Went on the road here to Lobo Gymnasium to get the win. Our broadcast coverage of Northland basketball here at the Sports Zone is presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. I'm Floyd Simmons, but there's the victorious head coach, Francine McCurtain. Coach McCurtain, congratulations.
Thank you.
Your team played well. You needed a bounce-back win. And, boy, they surely delivered it for you tonight. How did you feel about the performance?
It was an all-around team effort. When we travel back-to-back like this, we want to make sure that, that we stay healthy at the same time. So I think he was doing the same thing. He was subbing in 5 for 5, and I was subbing in 3 for 3. And so we were making sure that we were, using the whole bench today. So the girls really had the focus of trying to bounce back, and they did that. They really wanted it back, so I'm glad that we got the win.
Coach McCurtain, your defense was stellar today. I mean,
they were hungry.
There was a long stretch of the second quarter where you did not allow any points. I mean, Snowflake had 2 points in the whole second quarter and didn't score that till the end of the period.
Yeah.
And the second half was a lot the same. 4 points in the third quarter and 7 points in the fourth. Tell me about your defense.
Well, like with a team like Snowflake, they're very physical and they outweigh us by a lot. And so we want to try to use our quickness and make sure that we are in the passing lanes. And so the girls stepped it up. Like I said, they were hungry today. And our main focus was to stick together and to make sure that we finish together and not to give up today. And so they did that. And they just had each other's back today. So it was really good to see.
Well, it was a great team win. A number of the ladies, everybody contributed. But let me ask you about 2 specific players. Our player of the game, Dijon White, and how she did. And Koa Yazi. I thought Koa played a great game today.
Yeah, they had a little bit of mental blocks here and there. But when we want, things to happen, we need to go to Dijon and we need to go to Koa for, to create. And so they're like I said, she barely came back in January earlier this year, and so she's still trying to make sure we get the chemistry together. And tonight was just like a good night for them to really just play ball. That's all we wanted them to do. And so Dijon stepped up in her way and the posts, and then Koa did her way of making sure that she can get to the basket too.
Coach McCurtain, we are scheduled to be at Chinle Friday night. You host Monument Valley on Friday.
Yes,
is that going to go on as scheduled, do we think?
It should on Friday, yeah. Nothing hasn't changed. It is going to be our senior night and our homecoming, so we have a lot of
play that, don't you?
We have a lot of events, and the students are hyped about it, so it's going to be our last home game, so yeah.
We look forward to seeing you on Friday at the Wildcat Den, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your win.
Yes, go Wildcats. Good job, girls.
All right. Coach Francine McCurtain and her ladies get a 42-25 victory in this one tonight over the Snowflake Lobos. We'll see the Wildcats again on Friday night, presumably if the weather doesn't stop all that. Well, that's going to wrap up the girls' broadcast. The boys' game coming up next, everybody. A chance for you to win a Maverick gas card during that game just by telling us in the YouTube chat, live chat, tell us who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, and we'll draw somebody's name. Stand by for that in a few moments. We wrap up this girls' game here now, and the Wildcats have defeated the Lobos 42-25. For the entire crew, Derek Simmons, our producer, Big Joe Matthews, our technical director, for Sean Ublestead on camera, and my broadcast partner, Talia Claire. Floyd Simmons here saying God bless you, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And do join us for the boys' game. More Northland basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless coming up in just a moment from Snowflake.